Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Ultimate Fox Simulator 2. In the last episode, that was Tanzanite and Red's last episode. And in this episode, we're here to the air for the plains, Lark. So you guys have chosen Lark to lead us into the plains area. He had a mate called Tawny, which we'll be trying to find as well. Oh, hello. There's just a cat here. Let's bring her down. So yeah, Lark, we've chosen to go here. He was actually Tanzanite's one of his firstborn with his first mate, Cersei. And Lark had three other siblings, Dexter the Second, Mothflight, and... Was it Mothflight? Was it Mothflight? I think it was Mothflight. And, Silver. And out of those four, only he and Silver survived. So that was pretty sad for Tanzanite and pretty sad for everyone. But yeah, I think he was born, actually near the big farm. Farm? Hello, Mr. Alligator. I just want a drink. Thank you. Yeah, so he was born at the farm, the big farmhouse, and, oh dear, get away from me. The farmhouse, and he was dispersed, and that's where he found Tawny. Now, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. I think Lark, I don't know if foxes disperse together like wolves do, but if they did, I feel like he couldn't have done that since Lark left first without Silver, but I think if Lark found Silver again, I think Lark would invite him to join the Skulk. That's his brother, and I feel like Lark and Silver were very close because they were the only two survivors from their litter, and I just feel like Lark and Silver would be very close, like very close brothers. I don't know how Tawny would react to that. We don't know anything about her story. The only mate that we know of the story so far was probably Cersei, aka Lark and Silver's mother, since she was nervous of pigs, aka the great Cersei mythology turned men into pigs. So I decided, you know what, let's bring pigs into this challenge. And she can't hunt pigs, and neither can Lark, and neither can Silver. Now, that's why I decided not to let Silver be the heir to the Autumn Forest. Because two foxes with the exact same challenge, I feel like that would have been a bit boring. So, yeah. We're not going to be following Silver to the Autumn Forest. We'll be following one of Tanzanite's different children. Which one that'll be? Well, it'll be up for you to decide. Or, well, not for you to decide. You'll have to guess. Now, that could probably be Silver over there, since that looks exactly like Silver. Unfortunately, we're not high enough to go ahead and invite him to join the Skulk. So yeah, but that is definitely Silver. I don't remember if Silver had small ears or not. I guess we'll figure that out later. But yeah, that is definitely Silver. Oh, he's kind of nervous. Maybe that isn't Silver then. I don't know. I feel like if that was Silver, I feel like he wouldn't have ran away from Lark. Either that, or maybe because Lark this is kind of his territory now. He's taken over this part of the plains. Maybe that fox is just nervous that guy would, attack him. Or that is Silver, and he's just trying to stay out of Lark's way now that Lark has a territory. Okay, this is not working. Just die. Thank you, go. Caught the snake. Alright, well, we're almost there to level 5. That's good. Okay. So I guess technically we would have to decide whether or not we defeat bears. I guess we should go fight some bears. The first fox we find, if that's considered Lark or Tawny, not Lark or Tawny, Silver or Tawny. I think if we were to find a fox that is Silver, we would wait until we would look for a fox with a black coat. I'm not gonna take a random fox and switch their coat, unless I am getting desperate. But there we go. Alright, so now we can find a mate. If he had this coat, I don't think Lark had that coat. I'm pretty sure he has this coat. And, what else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, technically, the heir through the Autumn Forest is 2 years younger than Lark. And with that, I guess technically that means that Lark would have passed away from old age already, but let's not talk about that. We'll wait for that for Fox. If we get a Fox quest, and then we'll take ages, and then ages will just be all over the place. I wouldn't mind a Fox quest, like a Wolf Quest game that is like Wolf Quest but for foxes. It would definitely be more interesting because you wouldn't be able to hunt elk. You would have to go for like the hares. I guess mule deer fawns and pronghorn fawns would be a fair game since they're small. I don't actually know, maybe even bighorn sheep lambs, but I don't actually know if foxes in Yellowstone hunt those things. I remember seeing, I think, a video of a fox chasing a baby mountain goat. Like, not like the ones we have, I think it's actually not a mountain goat lamb, but an ibex, like a baby ibex. Either way, I don't know if foxes in Yellowstone hunt ungulates. I'm pretty sure they mostly just hunt hares, rodents. I don't think they hunt beavers. I think beavers are a bit too big for foxes to tackle. And they really just hunt other stuff and also eat carrion. Basically everything would be trying to kill your pups because we have wolves, coyotes, including rival foxes, eagles, just anything. And I don't really know. I guess you would have to try to like bite and then like mob at a predator to get it away from your den, except for eagle, obviously, since you're not allowed to bite eagles. That kind of sucks. But yeah. Then I guess I don't know how the first how to hunt quest would be like. Would it be you have to hunt down snowshoe hares, like learn how to mice in the grass or something? I don't know. Come here, eagle. You're going down. No, you don't. There we go. Gotcha. Boom. I don't know how fox quest would work, especially considering coats, because foxes usually are like what Lark looks like. They look like this. I guess you could also have cross fox and silver foxes, though I don't know how rare how common those are in Yellowstone, so I'm not sure. Let's bring you down, bear. Quickly. No, get out of here, snake. Snake, get out of here. No. Oh, I hate you. You die. How dare you steal my kill? I needed that, you jerk. That was very rude of him. But I guess we can't waste the food. Alright, let's just quickly eat. Really eat this, and then we'll continue our quest to find either Tawny or Silver. We'll have to see. Let's see what we find first. If we find Silver first, I guess we'd have to just spend the next episode with Lark. That would be his time spending with Tawny, even though that would mean that we basically spent very little time with her. Oh well. Come here, bear. Come here, bear. Bite the bear, thank you. But I guess maybe not every predator. Well, I don't know if a bear would consider its time hunting down a fox pup. It seems like a pretty small meal compared to a wolf pup or a coyote pup. So I don't really know if bears would be considered a major predator of foxes. Listen, I don't know. I don't really know how one of our foxes would react to being in there, considering that in this universe, they can bring down bears and wolves and eagles. So I think having that ability stripped away from them is kind of terrifying for them. I mean, imagine it. You're in your area, you're able to bring down these massive predators. Yet when you travel to this new area to hope for a better chance in life, you're just not able to do that. That sounds kind of terrifying. I don't know. That's just me. I don't know. Because well, technically they have the models for everything. They have models for like elk and stuff. They have wolves. They have everything. They I guess bobcats and lynx and badgers and stuff. They would need to make models for, but. I guess foxes wouldn't use. Oh, hello there, Silver. Hi there, pal. We're not. No. Yeah. Oh, okay. I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I don't know why the game crashed on me when I was trying to reunite Lark with his brother. That was weird. Anyways, those fish are going to become some nice food. Get them. Gotcha. Got one. Let's eat it. I think Lark kind of likes that he's able to get some nice breakfast near his home. Even if he has to share it with an alligator, but Uh-oh. No. No fish for you. Get out. Take the other one. Run. Yeah, but he's got... No, go away. Stop it. No. But, I think as well, if I mentioned with the coalitions, I think I'm also going to allow our wolf pups to disperse together. It's something that happens in Wolf Quest 3. That fox is not going to be courted, apparently, or just join the skulk, so we're just going to move on. But, yeah, since I did some research to see if wolves disperse, if siblings disperse, it can be different genders. Because I'm pretty sure in Wolf Quest 3, it's usually same-gendered siblings disperse. I don't think I've ever heard of or seen two siblings of the same gender of different genders disperse together. Apparently, I was told that that's possible. So then again, as I would usually do with the wolves, I would, let's take an example. Hypothetical Blackbird pups from Blackbird. She's gonna have 4. I'll just let this point out. She has 4. We'll name them Kiwi, Cassowary, Emu, and Crow. And then Crow, Cassowary, and Emu are boys. And I forgot what the girl was called. No, let's call her Kiwi. Okay, whatever. And let's say Crow is after that year they spend with their parents, Crow decides to disperse. Again, I will roll to see if he takes anyone with him. It will have to be a sibling, because I don't think wolves will disperse with a random wolf they find. So yeah, that happens, and then we will roll to see who. Again, I will not spoil who disperses with the pups, since that would pretty much mean like, oh, we should just vote for this to see that, so And then let's say Crow dispersed with Kiwi, and I would actually roll then to see which of them will be the breeding pair of the pack, because in Wolf Quest 3, you can when 2 siblings disperse and they form a pack and one of them stays, one of them will be the breeding partner with a mate, and then one of them will just stay with the pack as a helper. I think that's a really cool addition. So let's say Crow and Kiwi is the one who finds a mate. We'll name him Orange. I don't know. So then Kiwi and Orange, and Crow will stay, and he will help raise the pups. He won't... If Kiwi dies... I don't know what we would do if Kiwi died then. I guess maybe she would find a new mate? Your name is not Button. This is actually Tawny's original. That's actually Tawny's code, so we're just gonna name her Tawny again. If Kiwi died, I think maybe we could say that either A, Orange left, or he finds a new mate. Technically, that would introduce a new bloodline that isn't Newt's, but oh well. But if it's same-gendered siblings, so let's say Crow and Cassowary dispersed together, and Cassowary died after he found a mate, which we'll call her Grackle, then we could say that Crow and Grackle became mates, and then he becomes a new breeding partner of the pack. I don't know, I think that's really interesting. Obviously, the 2 siblings wouldn't be having pups together with the female, because that's not how that works in wolf society. That's what happens with lions. So yeah, just a little bit of a tidbit there I wanted to get everyone to know of how it would probably work wolf pups dispersing. I think that would be interesting. As well, again, I'm just doing 2 pups, even though wolves can disperse in pairs of 3. That is just because I don't want, the pack to be too large, and we would just have, very little space for pups to be in the hunting pack when it's time to move to the rendezvous site, or they need to learn how to hunt. So yeah, that's basically how it's gonna work. Now, with foxes, I don't know if they disperse together. I might have to look it up. I'll probably put here if foxes disperse together or not. So yeah, I guess technically having Silver and Lark trying to invite Silver back into the skulk is technically a bit unrealistic, since foxes don't disperse together, and I don't think they would allow siblings to join. Also, a bit of research, apparently female foxes like to stay more valuable with their parents, so I guess I would have to, when I decide to do the disperse after that first year, I will have to see which one of them will decide to stay, if one of them decides to stay longer with them. So yeah, but I think technically as well, I'm off track. So technically, I guess Lark trying to invite Silver in is technically a bit unrealistic. Are we really judging for realism in this game when I can have a fox bring down a whole bear? No, that's just, no. We're not having, this game is not for realism. I mean, sure, it can look gorgeous, but it's not a realistic game. We have foxes bringing down cows, horses, and bears for, you know. So, I think we can throw realism a bit out the window. Sure, I try to keep this game a bit realistic with having like only about 2 to 4 with births, with litters, and then I'm not trying to put a bit more genetics in there, but like, okay, I should probably explain that now as well. Since Lark and Tawny are a bit more, I guess, orange, would be more brown, I would not let them, that's a dead bear. And also, I think we had to hunt pigs now. Lark isn't doing that. Lark and Tawny are a bit more brown, so they wouldn't be having more black pups. Kind of like what's going on with Ivory and Sunstrike. The thing is, though, unlike Ivory, who had black siblings and black great descendants, well, I guess ancestors actually is the word, due to the curse from the dark spirit, Lark doesn't have that. Tanzanite, his father had a black coat, and he's had many black descendants. Okay, that actually isn't really bad. Had many ancestors with black fur. That's the right way of saying it. I don't want to say it like that, it's just racist. So yeah, technically, Lark can have black furred pups, kids, whatever you want to call them. It's just that it's very not likely. Especially that he's a bit more brown here. So is Tawny. Okay, yeah, so like, that's basically, I think maybe near his 3rd or maybe even last litter with Tawny, that is if she survives for that long and she does not die, maybe we'll have 1 or 2 dark colored pups. I think that would be a bit more sense. I think that makes a lot more sense. Okay, there we go. So yeah, that's basically how these genetics are going to work. That helps out a bit. Oh my, I think a cow is getting killed. Let's bring this bighorn down. Whee! Oh, look at that. There's a cow. There's a cow being attacked. Oh, she's down. Okay then. So she was mobbed by stuff. I hope that those predators do not come for us. That would be bad. So yeah, that's basically how this is gonna work. And it looks like a bunch of eagles brought her down. This did not come without casualty, though. Come here, you. You're going down, 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 down. Go down, thank you. No. No, oh, no, he's attacking Tawny. No, leave Tawny alone. Get away from my mate, you jerk. Get out of here. Stay down there. Whew. That was a bit close. We could have, okay. I know we probably could not have lost Tawny. Maybe, but we could have. She was not fighting back. Because the mates in this game just let themselves get beat. Well, everyone in this game lets themselves get beaten up. Your pack members do not fight that often. At least in my games, they don't seem to fight that often. I don't know if you guys play them, they seem to fight more, while mine are just free punching bags for stuff. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. But yeah, let's just eat this. There was a bunch of eagles, and they lost a bunch of members in the process. I wonder if we did play Ultimate Bird somewhere before. Maybe some of the eagles that we've had moved over here. Though I actually think a member of it, I think we didn't have any bald eagles. They had more black feathers and brown feathers. So I guess that'd be golden eagles, which we do not have. So, actually, no, that is probably not probably not the eagles. So never mind, we're okay. Though the crows and the ravens. Yeah, that might be some of the ravens we're killing. Oops. Yeah, that's not good. I think I saw a fox cross the river, and I don't really think Lark is going to care too much about her. Lark doesn't really strike me as a fox who would attack someone unless they're on his territory. And even then, probably wouldn't even attack someone on their territory unless if he had pups around, or maybe even if he just had pups. I think he's just a really chill dude. So yeah, I think he would just kind of just leave them be. I don't think he would care. So I think I'm gonna add an episode once the Cubs of the Year whatever, have finished growing. Oh dear, we're being attacked by 3 eagles. Oh god. I think we're gonna have an episode of just letting those growing hunters just practice a bit of their hunting skill. I think that seems good. Because animals, after they finish raising pups, don't have babies right away. I know in Wolf Quest that usually happens, but that's a game. Again. And I think it just makes more sense. Like, I guess, they're prepared, like, as the young hunters prepare their hunting skills. Okay, so let's take Lark and Tommy's pups. They finished growing, and, Lark and Tawny, as those pups are, honing in on their hunting skills a bit more, they're getting more ready, to have more pups. So, I think that seems normal to me. I don't know. I just think that seems a bit, a bit more sense than just immediately going into having pups. Especially when we have animals like Coconut or Tiger, who, again, I've spoiled, but he is the heir for Anubis. And we're level 10. So we find a fox that matches Silver's description. We're gonna go ahead and, we're gonna just go ahead and let them join. We'll say that Silver and Lark has found his brother again. Get out of here, App Store. App Store, go away. So yeah, basically, with Coconut, he has to spend an episode anyway, he has already spent an episode just, getting to meet his new mate, since he is a male tiger, and male tigers usually don't raise cubs, so we have to know what happened, what happened to his mate, the time they spend together. So yeah, technically I didn't do that for Anubis's last litter, but that was because, well, like everyone else was finishing up their last litters, I thought we might as well just finish up with Anubis. Oh dear, not the swimming water. No, I'm gonna take this raven. I'm gonna head and take it back home with us. Alright, let's go this way. Alright, let's just keep going. I don't see any foxes at the moment. Alright. Alright, let's see. Let's look at this beautiful place that Lark calls of his own. It's very pretty. And we're almost there. Almost there. There's some more ravens. I'm missing my raven. I don't know where my raven went, but we're gonna bring down another one. Too bad, ravens. And for naming schemes for Lark and Tawny's pups, I really don't have one in mind. I mean, I know the Lark is a bird, I believe, but that kind of coincides with Blackbird, who that is her naming scheme. Her naming scheme is birds. Lark doesn't really have one, so I don't really know what to name Lark and Tawny's pups. I guess we'll just have to figure that out as we go, but yeah, I don't really see any foxes. I don't want to take us a random fox and give them Silver's coat, because that seems a bit redundant, so we won't do that. But anyways, as we have arrived, let's quickly eat our fill of this raven. Delicious. And alright, so I think this is where we're going to end the episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe. Turn notifications so you don't miss a video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!